My name is Stephen Mayamba, Team Media Officer, Uganda Queens for this match. And together with me is the head coach, Coach Joseph Put, and he's here to address you on the team's preparation ahead of tomorrow's game, match number 27 of the AFCON 2025 qualifiers, South Africa versus Uganda. So, Coach, we have the South African media here. Address them about the team's preparation, and then they'll be able to ask a few questions thereafter.
I think we all know that we start AFCON 2025. We know that we are playing an away game. We know we are playing against South Africa. They have been playing a very good tournament in Ivory Coast with good results, with a good team. So we know it will be a difficult game for us. But anyway, we have been trying to prepare ourselves on the best level. Unfortunately, we're facing also problems like I think South Africa with players who could not leave their clubs because they are or end of the contract or they have some problems and they don't want to take risk. You know all the stories. So it's the same for us. But anyway, we will not searching for excuses tomorrow. It's an important game. It's an important game and for South Africa, but also for Uganda. So we're going to try to do our level best to get a good result tomorrow.
Yes, members, you've heard from the coach. It's now your turn to ask some questions.
Okay. Coach Velile from SABC Sport. I just want to check with you. Do you see this group taking nothing away from the other teams that are in the group, Congo and also South Sudan? Do you see this as a group where, I know football is not played on paper, where South Africa and Uganda should come out of the group?
I think it's a group who is very tight. So, and you know, in football, in African football, you never know, like you said, on the paper. So don't estimate South Sudan, don't estimate Congo, because if they are complete, they have also a good team with a lot of players who are playing in foreign competitions on a good level. So we don't estimate any team in our group, and I think it's a very, very, very tight group.
And Coach, I mean, just looking at your squad, I think you've got Watenga who plays here. We've got the goalkeeper from Venda. Magoola also plays in South Africa. I mean, we've seen him in the last few seasons. He's been very consistent. What informs the decision to leave Magoola out of the team?
You know, you will know tomorrow the team, like everyone, in 1 hour, 32 hours before the game. But for us, it's important. We have a group of players, and we have a selection, and every player is important. And you never know what can happen. And I don't want to mention any name who will be starting or not. Everybody is important, and we need everybody for those two games.
Sorry, Coach, I think you didn't understand me.
Okay.
Salim Magoola, who plays for Richards Bay in South Africa, he's been probably your most consistent goalkeeper here, but he's not part of the squad. What informs that decision? He's not here with the squad. He was not selected.
Okay, but this is things that can happen, and this is also decisions who has been made before me. So I don't want to come to the player in question. I know and I respect the player. I know he's a good goalkeeper, and I know that he proved a lot for his country. But you know that things can happen that you are playing or that you are selected or not selected. So I don't want any comments on that.
Coach, just on the opposition, obviously Bafana.
I hope that is the last one for the coach.
What do you think the main strengths are of the South African national team? Because over maybe the past 3 years that Coach Bruce has been here, the team has really evolved into a team that is quite threatening on the counter. But from what you've analysed of the team, and what do you make of Bruce's evolution of the South African national team over the past 3 years?
I think first of all, I think Hugo Broos has been doing a great job. It's also in a good situation if you have the confidence from the federation. So it was a contract, I think, for 5 years. So that means that South Africa is thinking on long term. I have been playing also final with Burkina Faso in South Africa, so I know very well how the culture is in South Africa. So normally they take coaches in long term. If you have long term, you have a vision. If you have a vision, you can work. So I think Hugo has been doing a great job, and he has been performing with the team. So I think he's in a comfortable situation. So that's also important, I think, and that's the most delicate case in African countries. You have a coach, and then you have 1 year or 1 or 2 years, and then it's like this. So I think if you can work, and then you have work on long term, that's what Hugo has been proving with his team, and he has been doing great results with good football. So I was very surprised, and I find South Africa playing very well in the Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast.
Okay, that's it from the coach. Then we will hear from the captain.
Khalid, you back in South Africa. You were here for the Toyota Cup.
Yeah.
With obviously your club, but obviously different expectations. I think now as Uganda, you potentially come as the underdogs. But how are you feeling going into this game?
Yeah, we are feeling comfortable because Uganda has been playing big teams, and I think South Africa has a good team. But for us, we know how to handle big teams, and for us, we are ready for anything because we came here to get the 3 points, and we go back home and we collect the 3 points because this time around we need to qualify. Yeah.
Yes.
Skipper, I think if my history says me correct, Uganda has never beaten South Africa in a competitive match. So how much of that history or stat will be riding into this game?
Yeah, because we haven't played much more games with South Africa. So I think for the time I remember, they came here, and so many players were not here. They came like a friendly game. I think you remember that. But for us in this tournament, we just need to qualify. We came like we want 3 points. We don't need anything. We just need 3 points, and came with a lot of confidence for our team.
Khalid, coming into this game, South Africa has been doing very well. From their time at the AFCON, finishing third. What conversations are you guys having? What's your target for tomorrow's game away from home?
Yeah, you also you give the credit to them because they performed well in African Cup of Nations last. But this is a new AFCON, so we need to show them that okay, this is new Africans. There is no small team, there is no big team. We just need to show them that also we are a big team because we have been there for two times, 3 times, So we are here also to go back to AFCON to show our talent.
I think the last time Uganda was at the AFCON was 2019, eh?
Yes.
Yes. So after having that good run that you had in 2019, what would you say were the challenges for you to miss the last 2 AFCONs? And also, are we also seeing an evolution of the change, because that was a good generation of Onyango and other guys were there?
Yeah, we got the challenge of the transition in terms of group, exchanging the group of senior team players, and they bring the new generation. So we got a new coach, a good coach. So he knows everything, and he's guiding us in every aspect. So I think we are going to do our best, and we're going to do the wonders in this AFCON tournament.
Thank you so much. And once again, our sincere apologies. It is not part of us